Okay, here I go. I have, as you know, passionate about making little booklets, zines, and pushing things out a little bit. Here's one I haven't finished decorating, but I've been using these to transfer images, and they kind of coming out really pretty good, I think. In some cases, I print images on these. This has a little gold trim around the edges, and they're just papers that I have purchased from the many Etsy shops that have designed wonderful digital papers. And I guess this is pretty much the same one. Yeah. And then this one here I really love, and these are Cheryl Francis images. And this one's I've transferred, and you can see it gets a little bit stucco-like, particularly on drawing paper. It gets a very stucco-like texture. I have her on the back as well, another one of her Girls and Birds, Cheryl Francis. Sometimes I put little pockets in these. Most of them are unfinished. Excuse me. And of course, this is a little pocket in here, a couple of little pockets, and so forth. I just made this one. This was, I guess, my last video, and concentrated on what you see down here is a little format template that I made that goes on my computer. Now, you all can, I can send this template to you, and you can just print it out as it is if you don't want to do the design work that I do to get images in these squares. But this one I wanted to make, if you look at my last couple of videos, you'll see this one here I think was the last two I made. And what I have here is one half of this sheet made this little booklet, and one half of the sheet made this little booklet. Of course, I had printed it. I think I can show you how I printed it because I haven't glued it. In other words, this would have gone here. And if this one hasn't been glued, and maybe not, I haven't done it yet. I usually wait till last to do that. And then this one was printed here, sort of. Let's see, it was probably like this. Yeah, I printed the whole page. And by printing the whole page, I was able to get 2 booklets, okay? And this was the last video. You'll see it under my videos. And I'm happy to say I've got quite a few people who've been looking at them, so apparently y'all like it. Now, to get something like this in one of these, and I believe this is a good example. Okay, this is like a half of one. And as I've explained before, I designed this on the computer. I put this little template up on my mat, and I bring in papers digitally and put them where I want them. The most important thing you need to know about this is that in this block, which is going to be my front page, I have it reading this way, okay? And in this block above it, it reads this way, as you will see. And every one on top of here is upside down from the ones that are here, but they're all different images, so you can't always see that. This one you can see here this way, and this one you can't really see, but it's this way and this way and this way. So once you get that, I'm sorry about my cat, he's demanding attention. Pepper. Anyway, here we go. This is how you make it. You cut this in half and have whatever you want on your pattern right there, and you cut them, you fold them a certain way, which I have described in previous videos. And then there you have this little book. Okay, so we got that covered. When you use a full page, as I have done here, and you get one booklet. And if you turn it around this way, you'll see the orientation is this way and that way, so it will read properly. So if you decide to print a whole page and put images in it, let me see if I can get this up a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, you can see it. Okay, so if you're working with one booklet, one page, 8.5 by 11, same concept exactly, and you can get this booklet. But I've been making them half pages. Let me see. These are These are half pages. Better yet, I use I'll use the one that's not glued together. As you can see, as I just showed you, this is half a page. But the orientation is this way. I print it this way and print the, oh, wait a minute, I think I got that wrong. No, this is exactly this way. Half one book, half another book. Okay, now I've decided to make them even smaller, okay? So let's take a look at what kind of template I need for that. Let me just, so you can see this exactly. There. Now this one here is the basic template for the two, just like I showed you here. So we'll put that to the side. Now what I've done now, let's see if I can tell you what I've done. What I did was copied these four and shrunk them into this quarter space on this one sheet of paper. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 booklets, which is this shrunken down to fit in each of these 4 corners. Now these I have printed on the back. What is useful is that when I fold this, one of the people that watched my video suggested I print the back side. So what I ended up doing is printing the template on the back side, which means on all of these edges I will have some kind of coloring. So now, let me just, and these are going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 mini booklets. And let me just show you how they're going to work. Hold on, I'm going to get my cutter. Okay, now I folded this in half so that I could get a fairly decent cut. And what I really need to do now is cut it. And what I'm going to do is, to get as good a cut as I can, slide it this way on my cutting, snug it up as much as possible to the top, and cut it. Of course, this cutter didn't want to work perfectly. Oh, look what I did. Oh, I'll tell you. Anyway, I'm going to do it anyway, just so you'll see. I should have been more careful, but the constraints I have, my camera is here. Anyway, I won't make excuses. It just is what it is. Okay, now, this one here, I'm going to do the same thing. I should have pressed my hands on the cutting. I thought this would cut better than scissors, but perhaps not. All right, so now, since this is going to be one book and this is going to be another book, I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to snug this at the bottom. Oh, maybe I should do the top. Yeah, and just snug it right up against that line and hold it down. I got 2 perfect cuts, which is what I should have done before. I'm going to do the same thing with this little bugger. And I'll probably have 1 or more books that is not perfect. But then again, pretty nothing I ever do is perfect. And if you want perfection, I don't know where you go to get it, but some people have a knack for perfection to a greater degree than I do. But anyway, this is going to go here, and I'm going to press it down. That was the trick. Now I have 1 book, 2 books, 3 books, 4 books. Now let's see how they work up when you fold them. All right, let's take this one. This is really pretty nice. So what I'm going to do is, you see the pattern on the back. Okay, let's see if I can get closer. Not that close. Let's see. Yeah, there, that's good. Okay, so now this is like a whole sheet. And here's how you get it. So even with my efforts to print the back, I have a tiny bit of white space there, but I'll just have to worry about that. Okay, so I've got that done. And then I'm going to take it like this. And get as close as you can. That done. And then bring these up. Let's see if I'm doing this right. It really doesn't matter, but I'm going to change the fold and bring it up this way. Actually, I'm going to fold it in half and bring up the page this way. And this is just regular copy paper. And bring this up that way. Wanting to bring it as much as close to the edge as possible so I can get a decent fold. Okay, that's it. So here's my little airplane that I've mentioned before. Let me get back a little bit. Okay, now here comes the scissors. And I'm going to turn it inside out so I can see the cut better. Let's see. Because I need to cut from here to here. And I'm going to do that this way. And refold it. Make my little airplane back again and do the thing. Now, I didn't put the blocks where I wanted them. I mean, these are a little bit too high. But it leaves room to put a little label or something pretty underneath there. All is not lost. So now we'll just fold it. This is where naturally that one was the front one that had the white space. And fold it back over here. And repress the folds. So now I have my little booklet. And of course, the two things I like to do, and I'll use the tiniest of the corners. There's 3 different sizes, and that's the tiniest one. So I will insert this that way, insert it this way. I did try cutting 2 of these pages at once and it seemed to work, so let's see if I can get that to work this way. And this one I missed. All right, so there's my pretty little book. And it measures, I think somewhere here I did have the measurements. I think it's it looks like 2 inches. Yeah, 2 inches this way and 1.5 inches this way. And what's really nice about these is if I have little pockets, let's see if I can find a journal with pockets. Here's one of my half size journals, like this one here. Only this one here I have decorated and added pockets to the side. This is a pocket. Let's see if I can find a pocket. Oh, this one here, by the way, I was playing with the pop-up. In the middle of this booklet, I managed to get a not very professional looking, but I just wanted to try it. And these are wonderful little things to try. And then this is another zine that I made out of a slightly smaller piece of paper. And it has the pockets on the side anyway. So let me see if I can find one that has, and I put that in there. Nope, not this one. Let's see. Oh gosh, some of them I have finished, some of them I haven't. Maybe this one. Nope. This one, no. I do have some that have pockets in them, so I was going to show you, but looks like I haven't gotten around. I thought I had one. Anyway, there's a pocket on the front. And I wouldn't, this is not one I would use, but I have a little vellum pocket. But look how nicely that little booklet will fit in there. And this is the half size. Okay, this is the one that it's actually a little bit smaller. So I made it out of some other smaller size paper, because these are the half size ones that are purely half. And I haven't put pockets in here yet, but you can see these little booklets will fit nicely in any of these or anywhere else. So there's one. Now let me go ahead and do one more for you. There's one there. And here's one that's a sort of a plain one. Again, I fold it this way. And it doesn't matter which way. You can refold them. In fact, you'll see I do that a lot. And then this way. There's no precise way of folding it, so long as you fold it lengthwise once and crosswise once. And you bring the side flaps up on the short side. Let's see if I say that right. Yeah, this is the short side. And you bring those flaps up to the middle. Fold them. Fold them. And cut. And cut. And there you go. And this one I hadn't planned on which one I wanted to be the first, so I'll just go ahead and do that way because that's probably the easiest way. Any other way is sort of manipulated. And there's my little booklet. And I know I can do 2 of these at one time. I just have to make sure that corner gets in there. And there it is. If you have a bone folder, if you have a nail. And then, of course, the old ink pad. Where would we be without the ink pad? Whoops. Better use the one I've been using. Looks like I didn't cut one of these very well. I think I will just give it a little short cut here. And you get the idea. I'm going to cut it short just so you can see. Although what I should do is just go in and do every page. It just is a prettier, much prettier presentation when you do that, isn't it? It's tedious. And I did do the other side as it turned out, but perhaps not dark enough. Okay, let's see if I can find what my first page was. Maybe this one, maybe not, but it doesn't matter. So there's the first page. Now I do glue these and put little doohickeys in here, sometimes little tiny things like, you know, do I have anything sitting here? No. But things that will fit in here, little notes, little tiny notes. Okay, so there's one, and there's the other. And even though I messed up on the edges, it's hardly noticeable. I got a little too much, but you know, it really doesn't matter. They really make a nice little booklets, and the edging really does help, I think. I don't know if I got every page. I know I didn't get the middle pages here. I like to do that. And that, and that. All right, so here's my little booklet, finished. And if you got pages showing, just darken that edge a little bit more. All right, I did 2, and I still have 2 more to do. I have this one and this one, but I will do those off camera. You get the idea. Keep this one as short as I can. Let's see, and that's it, ladies.